Hi, I'm Jason and I like to read comics. That's why this week I decided to read Earth 2 and then give you my 5 prediction for what Earth 2 World's End will be. You know, the new DC weekly series that's coming out in October. But before we get to that, don't forget to go to majorspoilers.com, the comic book site where they know that you love comic books, and we do too. And also, if you'd like to get some Loot Crate, this geeky box full of cool stuff that's going to have an exclusive pop vinyl figure this month, you can go to lootcrate.com/Jawiin, help support Jason Reads Comics. Now enough of this jibba jabba, let's talk about some Earth 2. Travel the multiverse, y'all! Earth 2 is the big conclusion that we've been waiting for quite a long time. It has been the building of a storyline that was started by James Robinson and finished by Tom Taylor. Now, we don't know whether this storyline has the same conclusion that James Robinson would have given it that Tom Taylor did. But you know what? This conclusion is pretty freaking solid. Be warned, there are spoilers. Now, there is a boom tomb around Earth, and the Wonders have all teamed up to try to stop this boom tomb of sucking Earth away to apocalypse. So Batman fights a big army, the Queen of Atlantis fights a big army, Green Lantern's out in space trying to hold Earth. He's like, "Arr! Willpower!" The boom tomb finally goes down, and it leads to a fight between the new Superman, Val-Zod, whose costume I think is amazing, versus the evil Superman, the Superman that has been converted by Darkseid. Now, this is kind of a shocking thing because Superman was revealed a long time ago in the series as being still alive, because in issue 1, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman were all killed. Were killed in like the first 10 pages, I believe. And that really set Earth 2 apart from the other DC books. Suddenly we see that Val-Zod is stronger than Superman, and Superman starts to crumble. And he's like, "What has happened to me? I'm melting! I'm melting!" And then we learn that he is a Bizarro clone, because he says, "Me am Bizarro." And he crumbles in the dust, and all the rest of the Wonders team up and do a heroic pose and be like, "We got this multiverse. Bring it on, Darkseid." Huh. This issue was great. I really loved it. Great art. I believe this is Nicholas Scott's final issue. The Wonders finally teaming up. Batman, Thomas Wayne finally kicking ass. Well, not finally kicking ass, but kicking ass to where I really liked that he was in this book. Val-Zod beating the Bizarro clone. And the reveal that Superman was a Bizarro clone was pretty damn great, because then that means that Superman's death in issue 1 still matters. Now, the very end, the very last page, is we see that there's a minion of Darkseid that still has mind control over 4 characters from Earth 2. And Big Barda, Mr. Miracle, and both the Mr. Terrifics. Now, this, of course, is probably going to lead directly into Earth 2 World's End, the new weekly series that's coming. And, you know, there was some, I'd like to make my 5 predictions for what I think is going to happen. Now, some of these are based on logic, and some of these are just way out there crazy. So, you know, let's just see what happens. And you know what? Feel free that when Earth 2 comes out, you know, to, you know, call me down in the comics and be like, you know, comments, and you'd be like, you know, "You're wrong, you're right, you're wrong, you're right." Whatever you want to do, dudes, let's just talk about some comics. Number 1, Earth 2 will be destroyed. I mean, it's in the title, right? Earth 2 World's End. Why would they call it World's End if it doesn't end? Now, there have already been some clues for this. In the other weekly series, DC weekly series, Future's End, they talk about all the Earth 2 refugees coming over. Now, that book is set 5 years in the future, and these books are sort of supposed to be connected, but not really. Why would the refugees be coming from Earth 2? Well, it's because Earth 2 is destroyed. There's also another clue. James Robinson left this book in issue 16. And a lot of people don't know why he left. And he hasn't really said, because he's a professional, he's a classy gentleman. That's the reason why he hasn't said. But what if he left because DC wanted him to do this year-long storyline to lead to Earth 2 being destroyed? And he was like, "No, I like my creation. This is a really cool creation. I agree with Mr. Robinson. It's a really cool creation. Why would you go away from it? Why?" You know, that's maybe the reason why. Maybe DC editorial was like, "Listen, it's our Earth 2, and we're going to destroy it if we want to. So either write it or not." And he was like, "Sayonara, folks." And then Tom Taylor came on board. You know, no knock against Tom Taylor, but I bet the conclusion of Earth 2 World's End is that Earth 2 is destroyed. Second prediction, Superman and Batman from Earth Prime will meet Val-Zod and Thomas Wayne, Superman and Batman. Why? Because it would be an amazing character moment. Imagine this. Okay, Superman, New 52 Superman, New 52 Batman, Earth Prime guys come to Earth 2, which they already have done before in the pages of Superman and Batman. They did it 5 years ago. Now they come back, and Superman sees Val-Zod, and he's like, "Hey, there's a Zod guy. Who the heck's this Zod guy?" And then you can lead to this moment where Bruce can see his father again and talk to his father again. We've already been shown that in the Batcave, in the New 52 Batcave, there is the Thomas Wayne letter from Flashpoint that Barry Allen Flash brought from Thomas Wayne in Flashpoint. Thomas Wayne in Flashpoint has the exact same costume as Thomas Wayne, Batman, in Earth 2. It is a character moment that will happen. I mean, imagine it. Imagine the cover. Imagine the sales. That's exactly what's going to happen. It will happen. Number 3, the Earth 2 title will end and we'll launch a new title called The Justice Society. Yeah, that's right. I'm predicting that the end of Earth 2 will be a new title called The Justice Society, and it will star all our wonders. It'll be Alan Scott, it'll be The Flash, it'll be Thomas Wayne Batman, Hawkgirl, Huntress and Power Girl, and Val Zod. And they will become the Justice Society, and they will maybe come to Earth 2? Earth Prime, Earth 3, Earth 4, Earth 3 is going to be destroyed. We all know that Earth 2 is going to be destroyed. Maybe they will come to Earth Prime. Who knows? But they will definitely form a team. They will not cancel this title. This title sells well. They felt strongly enough about this title that they're going to do a weekly series. They will not just let these characters go away. Now, my hope is that they don't just come to Earth Prime. My hope is that something else happens to them, and we'll get to that in a second. Number 4, the Anti-Monitor will destroy Earth 2. So imagine this. You're probably like, wait a minute, the Anti-Monitor is on Earth Prime. We saw that in Forever Evil. What the hell are you talking about? Well, put this in your little nerd noggins, all right? You ready? Let's say Earth 2 World's End. Of course, it's going to be a giant battle by Darkseid and stuff like that. Parademons and the heroes and fires ablaze and buildings crumble. Ah! But Darkseid doesn't want to destroy Earth. Darkseid wants to inhabit Earth. He wants to turn Earth into another apocalypse. He wants to put fire pits on there. He needs places for his slaves, people. For his parademon slaves. Okay? Real estate's not cheap, especially space real estate. He doesn't want to destroy Earth. But who does? Who destroyed another Earth in the multiverse? It was mentioned in Forever Evil. The Anti-Monitor. And I think that maybe, possibly, if Earth Prime, Superman, and Batman travel to Earth 2, Anti-Monitor will be like, oh, hey, look, fresh meat. And he'll follow them, go to Earth 2, and in the middle of the battle with Darkseid, the Anti-Monitor will show up and just eat the hell out of him. He'll eat that planet Galactus style. Straight up. And that will cause the destruction of Earth 2. I know that one's kind of far out there, but I don't see Darkseid destroying Earth, or I think it's either going to be the Anti-Monitor or it's going to be like human stupidity. We'll see if I'm right. Number 5, the end of World's End will start a new crisis. So whatever happens in Earth 2, World's End, it will lead into a new crisis. So the Anti-Monitor destroying Earth 2 maybe will cause a cataclysm across the multiverse that will send a chain reaction to all the other Earths, and all the other Earths in the multiverse will be collapsing against each other, and then here we go, the new crisis. So it's, you know, you can tell Jeff Johns in Justice League is leading towards this. He's leading towards something, and we all know that Batman Eternal and World's End both end in April of next year. Why will they end? Who knows? Maybe they will end because of the new crisis. But here's where the Justice Society come in. And this is what I hope happens to the Wonders of Earth 2, the Justice Society. I hope they, you know, Earth 2 is being destroyed, and they're like, hey dudes, we found this cool ship that can transverse the bleed, the multiverse. Let's hop in it. Let's learn all the secrets of the multiverse. In the hope that we can find some way to beat Darkseid. And so they become the multiverse hopping team. And they go around, and then they come out at the last second and save everybody from the crisis. That's my prediction. And I think that would make Earth 2 World's End a badass series. And that's all my 5 predictions for Earth 2 World's End. Let me know down in the comments if you think I'm right or am I wrong. Don't forget to go to majorspoilers.com, the comic book website where they know that you love comic books, and they do too, because they got a lot of cool comic book news sites. I have a podcast, Geek History Lesson. We take one character from pop culture and we talk about it. This week was Star-Lord. Next week, it'll be a surprise. And don't forget, if you want to help support Jason Reed's comics, go to lootcrate.com/Jawiin. You get 10% off. That makes it less than $15. There's an exclusive pop vinyl coming. Who knows what it could be? It's probably some Marvel character or something like that. Woo! All right. Don't forget to leave me a note in the comments. Thank you all for watching. I got a very special bonus video coming out tomorrow. You should go check that out. And don't forget the Red Shirt Diary is coming September 1st. Thank you all for watching. I'm Jason Inman. Be seen, you.